The House will come to order. Today, the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Ella Pettit, Miss Valentine 2025, Loveland High School, guest of Representative Weinberg, House District 51.
Please join me in saying the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Schiebel, please call the roll.
Representatives Armagost, Bacon, Barone, Byrd is here, Basenecker, Bottoms, Representative Bottoms, Bradfield, Bradley, Brooks, Brown, Caldwell, Camacho, Carter, it's on the wall, Clifford, DeGraff, Duran,
Excused.
English, Representative English,
Excused.
Espinoza, Foray, Froelich, Garcia, Garcia Sander, Gilchrist, Gonzalez, Hemrick, Hartsook, Jackson, Johnson, Joseph, Kelty, Leader, Lindsay, Linstead, Luck, Lukens, Mabry, Marshall, Martinez, Morrow,
Here.
McCormick, Pascal, Phillips, Puglisi, Richardson, Ricks, Rutinel is excused. Ryden, Representative Ryden, Sirota, Smith, Soper, Stewart K, Stewart R, Story, Representative Story, Sukla, Taggart, Tatone, Valdez A, Velasco, Rep Velasco,
Excused.
Weinberg, Wilford, Winter, Woodrow, Woog, here, Zokai, and Madam Speaker.
Thank you. With 62 present and 3 excused, we do have a quorum. Representative Camacho, are you filling in today?
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is a pleasure to serve with you.
It is a pleasure to serve with you.
Friends, colleagues, Coloradans, I know what you are all thinking, that the week of bad joke, dad joke was over. However, I am doing a one-day special appearance for my good friend, Rep. Carter from House District 36. And Rep. Carter wanted me, he submitted this himself and wanted me to tell this joke. Why did the scarecrow get a promotion?
Why?
Because she was outstanding in her fields.
Whoop, whoop.
Now, friends, if you would like these jokes to stop for this session only, I will urge you to vote yes on my very next motion. Madam Speaker, I move the Journal of Monday, February 10th be approved and corrected by the Chief Clerk.
Members, you have heard the motion that the journal be approved as corrected by the chief clerk. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no? The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the following bills be made special orders on February 11th, 2025 at 9:50 a.m. House Bill 1137, House Bill 1131, House Bill 1155.
Members, you have heard the motion. Seeing no objection, the bills listed by the Majority Leader will be made special orders on February 11th, 2025 at 9:50 a.m. Representative Lukens. You have heard the motion. Seeing no objection, Representative Lukens will take the chair.
The committee will come to order. With your unanimous consent, the bills will be read by title unless there is a request for reading a bill at length. Committee reports are printed and in your bill folders. Floor amendments will be shown on the screen and on your iPads. Bills will be laid over upon the motion of the Majority Leader, and the Coat rule is relaxed. Majority Leader Duran.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move House Bill 1137 to after House Bill 1155.
So moved. Mr. Schiebel, please read the title of House Bill 1131.
House Bill 1131 by Representatives Basenecker and Johnson, also Senators Kippen, Pelton B, concerning eliminating certain conditions related to Colorado State University's veterinary medicine program.
Rep. Basenecker.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's an honor to serve with you.
It's an honor to serve with you.
I move House Bill 251131.
To the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Really proud to bring this bill alongside my co-prime sponsor, Representative Johnson. CSU's Veterinary School of Medicine is a nationally top-ranked institution known for its cutting-edge research, world-class faculty, and comprehensive curriculum, consistently producing highly skilled veterinarians who excel in both clinical practice and scientific innovation. I'm proud to have this incredible work being done in my district. I live about 1.5 miles from CSU's campus and drive past what is the new veterinary hospital almost every day. We have brought this bill forward, quite frankly, because of legislation that was passed in the 1970s that didn't anticipate the growth of the program. Simply, this bill removes the statutory cap on the number of students that CSU's vet school can admit and meets a growing need in our communities across the state for more and more veterinarians to provide care for folks and certainly for communities across the state of Colorado.
Rep. Johnson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Honored to be doing this bill, HB 1131. We have seen a real need for veterinarians across our state, both for small but definitely for large livestock and our agricultural community. This bill would help support the state's land-grant university's premier veterinary medical program, our students, our animals, for safer food, our rural communities, and it really does remove government overreach by eliminating the student cap so CSU leadership can operate by a free market movement. Good bill overall, and I would support yes. It did pass out of committee with a unanimous vote.
Rep. McCormick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As the only licensed veterinarian in the entire General Assembly, I wanted to assure all of you that this is exactly what we need to be doing, is to make sure that we get more students into our high-class veterinary school up in Fort Collins so that we get more veterinarians out there, increase access to care, quality care, to make sure that the animals across our state are getting accurate diagnoses. So I'm all for this bill. It's about time. We need to do this across the nation, so yay, Colorado.
AML Winter.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also rise in strong support of this bill. As I travel House District 47, this is one of the main topics that comes from my constituents. I actually have one county in my district that doesn't even have a veterinarian at this time. So as we see a decline in large animal veterinarians, I think it's important that we lift the cap and we start to get veterinarians into communities where they really need them instead of them having to drive up to 2 hours to get basic vet checks done. So I urge an aye vote. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1137. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. Oh, excuse me. Is there any further discussion on 1131? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1131. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1131 passes. Mr. Schiebel, please read the title of House Bill 1155.
House Bill 1155 by Representative Bradfield concerning the authority at a general or congressional vacancy election of the candidate nominated to be on the ballot by a participating political party to choose the watchers in court facilities.
Representative Bradfield.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move House Bill 1155 and the committee report.
To the committee report. Rep. Espinoza.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In the committee, we amended this bill to strike many provisions and make it very clear that all we are addressing is recounts and the right of candidates to designate an additional watcher to the existing watcher list in a recount so that they can have their voice and their presence be known. We did stakeholding with the clerks and recorders. They understand the transparency. They appreciated that they would no longer be refereeing who would be in the room to be watching, and they appreciated that amendment. So we would ask that you, for an aye vote to this bill as amended in committee.
Is there Representative Kelty?
As someone that this bill actually completely pertains to and has gone through exactly what this bill is trying to protect, having the candidate be able to have a say in their election when it comes to a recount is a very big deal, especially when they're the ones who went through the pain, blood, sweat, and tears for the campaign that they've done. And to take away their decision or their ability to decide who they want to have be a watcher in their own campaign and their own recount, that's a problem. So I really urge a yes vote on this bill. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion on the State Civic, Military, and Veterans Affairs Committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of the committee report. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The State Affairs Committee report passes. To the bill, Representative Bradley. Representative Bradfield.
Okay. All right, folks, this is a really very simple bill. What it does is, in the event of a recount, the candidate or candidates have the option of having their own watcher be present. Normally in a recount, the county party is the one that selects a watcher, and if that person is not one that is approved by the candidate can pick their own. Simple, that's it. End of bill. Anything more?
Representative
We-
Espinoza. Oh, Representative Espinoza.
I urge an aye vote on
Thank you.
adoption of the bill.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1155. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1155 passes. Mr. Shebel, please read the title of House Bill 1137.
House Bill 1137 by Representatives Lindsay and Velasco concerning a program for the care of community cats.
Representative Velasco.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move. Do I move the bill? Use House Bill and then the committee report. Okay. I move House Bill 1137 and the committee report from Agriculture, Water, and Natural Resources.
To the committee report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And in the committee, we passed an amendment, and I wanted to share a little bit about the amendment. It does 4 things. It clarifies that we are prohibiting giving favor to orgs based on shelter model or ideology. And then the second piece, it clarifies that more than one member of a given animal welfare org can be on the CPOF board, but not more than one board or subcommittee board member can be on the CPOF board. Number 3, it strikes the biannual requirement and maintains status quo so that grants may be awarded in consecutive years. And the 4th piece, it decreases the percentage required to be awarded for TNR programming from 20% to 10%. And we ask for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion on the Agriculture Committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of the Agriculture Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Agriculture Committee report passes. To the bill. Representative Lindsay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm so happy to be here with my co-prime, Rep. Velasco. This is an issue that I did not come to the legislature to work on, quite frankly. But I am quite a cat lady, if any of you don't know. I love me a fluffy cat. Oh, I see hands going up. We've got other cat lovers out there. And so I actually, a lot of the cats that I have living with me were actually like born in my backyard. We have a stray cat, feral cat, community cat problem where I live. So this last interim, I was digging into this issue about how to better support community cat populations and came across a solution here that will do some really good things. If any of you don't know, there is a license plate for animals. And that plate raises about $1 million a year. And then there is a board that they use those funds and give out grants to organizations, shelters, rescues, but they did not allow for TNR, which is trap, neuter, return, to be included in that grant approval process. So seeing that this is a great way to deal with pet overpopulation, TNR, by the way, is trap, neuter, return. This is what I need to be doing in my neighborhood every day, apparently. This bill allows those kinds of services, those folks, to be able to apply for those funds. It's a really great bill. We had really robust discussion in agriculture. We have so many organizations in the state of Colorado that spend a lot of time and energy to take care of our animals, and glad we've had an opportunity to work with folks to come to our amendments. We have another amendment coming here in a moment, but just to be brief, this bill increases transparency, increases the pool of applicants to include TNR programs, codifies the fund's commitment to rural programs, and creates a more inclusive board that more fairly represents the wonderful and varied animal welfare ecosystem we have here in the state of Colorado, and we ask for an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion? Representative Soper.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and it's an honor to serve with you.
And an honor to serve with you.
Members, I heard this bill just last night in Agriculture Committee, and will say I learned an awful lot. Normally, you think you kind of know a lot about a subject, and certainly realizing that a license plate and the revenue from selling those license plates goes to specific fund where those funds then are allocated for certain community facilities to be able to help with kind of animal populations. I began asking the question about, even though there was a dispute on how much funds were going to rural Colorado and what that cutoff would be, in the bill it's 200,000 or less. There's only 9 counties over 200,000, and in talking to the sponsors, one amendment I'm going to offer here, which is Amendment L004. I move Amendment L004 and ask that it be properly displayed.
That is a proper motion. One moment. L4 is properly displayed. Representative Soper.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So picking up where I was at, there's only 9 counties over 200,000. And that means that 55 counties are under 200,000 in population. And one thing that I wanted to be very clear that we said is that the board shall consider awarding at least 50% of the funds to designated community facilities to counties with a population of 50,000 or less. And this is important because 48 counties in Colorado have a population of 50,000 or less. Probably most people in this chamber represent at least one county that has less than 50,000. And so making sure that there is definitely some fairness that's built into the 70% that we're designating for rural Colorado is what this amendment does. I think it's important that we certainly ask our boards to make sure that all of Colorado shall be considered as eligible for these funds. So I'd ask for a yes vote. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion on L4? Representative Lindsay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Soper brings up some really interesting conversation that was had in committee today. We agree with these concerns, and we ask for an aye vote on this amendment. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of L4. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. L4 passes. To the bill. Is there any, Representative DeGraff?
All right, I'm just trying to figure out why this is to the immediate health, safety, and welfare of the people of Colorado as opposed to a petition, which would probably not be used, but would be certainly more appropriate. So I would like to move L006 to House Bill 1137 and ask that it be properly displayed.
That is a proper motion. One moment. L06 is properly displayed. Representative DeGraff.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, this is not a bill to the immediate health, safety, and welfare of the people of Colorado. So if we treat everything like an emergency, then nothing is an emergency, and so it's just a continual ongoing abuse of the safety clause. So, would anybody petition this? I would seriously doubt it, but we should still not be abusing the tools that are at our disposal just for pet projects. So I ask for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion? Representative Soper.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I speak in favor of this amendment. We have a grant fund with a current structure, and we're about to change that structure. And so it only seems reasonable to be able to give until August, assuming there's no petition challenge, which I'll give you a little heads up, it's probably not going to be able to have that transition from where the law is to where we're wanting the law to change. And certainly when it concerns how money is being allocated, having a little bit of this buffer zone to be able to change is really important. So that's why I would support having a petition clause on House Bill 1137.
Representative Lindsay. Representative Velasco.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We ask for an aye vote on this amendment. Thank you, Representative, for bringing your amendment.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of L6. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. L6 passes. To the bill. Rep. Soper.
I realized I didn't actually talk about why I was a yes vote in committee and did just want to do that for about 60 seconds here. The reason why is that anytime we create a grant fund as a state House of Representatives, we shouldn't necessarily have entities believing that that's part of their budget and they will always have those funds. By the nature of a grant fund, there's always some flux. And it's important that new individuals in the space, Coloradans, who have an idea, they want to be able to tap these funds, have an opportunity to, and that all of Colorado has that same opportunity. No funds, certainly within a grant, are ever guaranteed. And that's also why I'm a yes vote here. I think it's dangerous when private organizations come to treat government funds as just part of their operations and that they're always going to have those funds year after year, because that's never the case. Otherwise, we would have a line item in the budget. And I do support relooking at this. I think that's important for us to do anytime we're looking at government efficiency and fairness, and certainly where certain tax dollars ought to go. And that's why I will remain a yes vote. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1137 as amended. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1137 as amended passes. Majority Leader Duran.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
You've heard the motion. Seeing no objection, the committee will rise and report.
The House will come back to order. Mr. Shebel, please read the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Madam Speaker, your Committee of the Whole begs leave to report as under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof and making the following recommendations thereon. House Bills 1131, 1137 as amended, and 1155 as amended, passed on second reading, ordered, engrossed, and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Representative Lukens. There are no amendments at the desk. Members, you have heard the motion. Motion before us is the adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine, and members proceed to vote. Representative Morrow, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Morrow votes yes. Representative Pascal. Please close the machine. With 37 aye, 22 no, 6 excused, the report of the Committee of the Whole is adopted. Members, I think we have a number of announcements. Oh, Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over the balance of the calendar till Wednesday, February 12th, 2025.
The balance of the calendar will be laid over until tomorrow. Other announcements? I do have an announcement today. Representative Velasco will be substituting for Representative Carter on House Judiciary for today only, and Representative Camacho will be substituting for Kay Stewart on House Health and Human Services for today only. Great. Representative Weinberg.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Fellow colleagues, today is the last day to do the Valentine's card, and I'm ducking out here in the next half an hour. If you're interested in doing this, please come over to the desk. I've only got 11 left. That'll be 168 cards coming from the state capitol so far, so that's a record. Thank you for that.
Representative Hartsook.
Good morning. Thank you, Madam Speaker, on this cold, snowy morning.
It's a cold, snowy morning, but not like snow in my part of the world, Rep. Come for a visit.
Just real quick, 15 minutes upon adjournment, our caucus will be meeting down in room 112 for the supplementals discussion. 15 minutes on adjournment in 112. Thank you.
Thank you, Rep. Representative Titone.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Tomorrow morning at 7:30, the Joint Technology Committee will be talking about our prioritization process for IT. Maybe we'll mention Cat 5 cable just for today, but be there at 7:30.
Thank you. Representative Brown.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Health and Human Services will meet in room 112 at 1:30. We will hear the three bills, 1087, 1124, and 1088. HHSU there.
Thank you. Representative Armagost.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I don't know if we have anyone in the gallery, but we do have students and staff from Frontier Academy in Greeley in the Great House District 64 in the Capitol today. If there's any of them here, doesn't look like they're here right now, but if you see them walking around the Capitol today, please stop and say hello and help them learn about branches of government and everything they're here to learn today. Thank you.
Woohoo, welcome Greeley. Representative Mabry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of Judiciary, we will be meeting today at 1:30 in room 107. We will be hearing House Bills 1116, House Bills 1098, and House Bill 1145. In that order, I also want to flag that we're shifting up the order a little bit to accommodate for the amount of witnesses that are coming. 1098 will be before 1145. See you at 1:30 and 107.
Representative Froelich.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Transportation, Housing, and Local Government Committee will meet in LSB A. Even though it's chilly out, we will make the long trek across the street to hear three bills, 1043, 1127, and 1056.
Excellent. Speaker Pro Tem Basenecker and Representative Zokai.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's an honor to serve with you, and if I could also include Go Rams.
Whoop, woo! It is an honor to serve with you. Go Rams!
I have two announcements this morning. The first is that our House Majority Caucus will meet upon adjournment in the Old State Library to discuss the supplemental bills. That will be upon adjournment, so we'd encourage you to make your way over there as quickly as possible. And my second announcement is much more fun, and also some introductions. Today, colleagues, is CSU's Founders Day, celebrated annually on February 11th. And today honors the history and impact of our state's land-grant university system and the more than 250,000 living alumni of CSU campuses who are putting their education to work for Colorado and our world. Today, CSU celebrates 155 years of providing life-changing education, world-leading research, and exceptional service to the people of Colorado, carrying on President Lincoln's vision of promise and opportunity for all Americans. It is my pleasure to introduce CSU President Amy Parsons, who's here with us today, along with Chancellor Tony Frank and ASCSU President Nick DeSalvo, if you'll join me in welcoming them.
Thank you. Seeing no other announcements, ML Duran.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move the House stand in recess until later today.
The House will stand in recess until later today.